I am Bijal Khatiwala, an ex-banker, and I'm here to gather feedback regarding this WT Gann course method, which was trained by the renowned Neeraj M. Suratwala, who specializes in this course since 12 years. We have the pleasure to gather feedback from Mr. Ganesh Kumar, who is into financial sector and who displays his interest in this WT Gann theory as well. So, hi Ganesh Kumar, how are you?
You can call me Ganesh. I'm fine. I'm feeling pretty fine.
Okay. So, can you just introduce yourself, like your profession, your work experience, and how long have you been trading?
My trading has been okay. On my professional front, been working for more than about 20 odd years right now in the financial sector. I
Okay.
I uh, I head the strategy department in my company. Uh, and as far as my trading, this thing is concerned, it's been pretty on and off. Not at all regular. Largely because of the work timings do not really permit me to kind of get into the trading kind of a activity, but more of investments or more of long term planning, etc., is what I'm doing right now.
Okay. So, how did you encounter Mr. Neeraj M. Suratwala? Where did you come to know that such training is being given by Mr. Neeraj M. Suratwala?
So this has been some kind of a so what I do is, on one hand, while I'm doing what I'm doing in terms of my investments, etc., I also keep kind of scouting the YouTubes and many other resources that's commonly publicly available. And I was quite fascinated with the aspect of trading as per the x-axis. Normally, we all trade as per the y-axis, kind of a thing, more in terms of price. Therefore, we go to price action and those kind of concepts. But I was suddenly interested that there is something called trading as per the x-axis kind of thing, and that's when I started looking actively. I mean, as I was searching for videos which could probably uh, highlight more on how does one go about trading on the x-axis, and somewhere in that search, I think I came across WD Gann theory and other kinds of concepts. There are many other videos that I discovered, and I also discovered Neeraj's video in that search exercise, and I went through some of the videos and I found it pretty interesting, and I was happy that he's also offering a course, and that's what actually prompted me to kind of approach him for the learning about the Gann theory and stuff like that. So I would say it's more of my, and I've always been the kind of person who would kind of love to learn, irrespective of whether I'm really implementing it in my in my walk of life, etc.
Okay. So you mentioned about YouTube, you saw his videos and all. So what was that noticeable thing in that video that you thought, okay, you should follow him and that you should be taking training from him only?
Uh, so couple of things, largely, and then there were many other parameters. But then I think two very critical things which probably swung the flavor in this thing is that one is, in terms of the explanations, they were pretty clear, lucid, and they were not so very dramatic as many other YouTubers do typically.
Right.
They were pretty pragmatic and lucid and explaining what the content or the stuff is all about, rather than dramatizing too much in and around the in and around what's being taught or what's being explained, kind of a thing. That's one. And I also happen to see some of the other testimonial videos and things other that's available on YouTube, and I did get a solid reassurance about him as a trainer as well, apart from him being the subject matter expert, kind of thing. And I just decided that let me just go ahead with Neeraj's course on WD Gann.
Then can you let us know the pre and the post experiences of trading?
Yeah, so like I said in the beginning, I'm not too much into training per se. So my pre-training is all about whatever I would have kind of devised as a strategy, or whatever one may want to call it. And it was a mixed bag in terms of both some good days and some bad days, and both were equally spread. Nothing to say one thing over the other, kind of thing. I guess that's pretty much the experience with most people who typically approach this on an untrained platform or untrained approach if you take towards trading. That's it. Um, on the on my approach with respect to post training or post being acclimatized to the WT GAN theory, etc., is that I'm probably much more aware of where I am, kind of a thing. It's like a GPS is around you in terms of understanding where are you or where the market is really, and where it can potentially go up, down, whatever, and more specifically, when can it potentially go up or down, etc. Also, that's an additional dimension which has got added. And like I said in the beginning, while I don't do any trading, but then I'm now able to get some of the stocks or whatever I want to buy from a long-term perspective, etc., at a price where I really, where I feel really comfortable or where I really feel that this is the right price to buy, kind of a thing, and hold it for a longer time. So I'm able to kind of time it in that sense uh, by using some of the things that has been covered as part of the course itself. So my approach post training has been that much more calm and relaxed as compared to what it used to be before. Before it was more of you just bank on luck to a certain extent or to a greater degree. Now it is banking on luck to a very lesser degree as compared to what it used to be before.
Okay, as you mentioned, now you're very calm, post the sessions. So, can you let us know any of your favorite strategies or any of your favorite other theories in this course?
So one is I think the natural time cycle, which kind of beautifully spells out the potential x-axis points where one can expect or one can anticipate something happening around around the market. So that's one, and couple that with what we got taught as the octave theory, kind of a thing, more of a trading tool or more of a tool to kind of enter your trades and take it forward. Uh, so octave theory as well as the natural time cycles, I found is a pretty interesting combination for me to kind of actually pursue. And I also find I think it's a swing cycle, which is called the Gann swing cycle or something, which again suits my particular way of investing. I mean, I won't use the word trading. I would say investing. It suits exactly what I would want. Like ideally, what would a typical investor want? Buying things at a cheapest rate or the best possible price, and then trying to hold on to a longish amount of time and sell it at a reasonable value and make good profits, etc. So, so while the natural time cycle helps me to determine when, where these things can happen, the Gann swing cycle also potentially indicates that potentially now is the time when these things are happening. And sometimes when the two coincide or the two synchronize, then that's a very good confidence factor for you to say that it's a good time to buy what you want. And then use the octave to kind of hold on to the trade or whatever stuff, etc. kind of thing. So I think these two components, the natural time cycle and the octave, and then the swing cycle, just as a complementary layer to kind of strengthen the trade confidence behind what you actually do in the market.
Okay. So now, this WD Gann method is a very old method of trading. So, do you think that in this modern era, such method is effective?
So it's called I don't know. I mean, uh, it's somewhere. I mean, somewhere I have read about it saying that it's based on the universal law, and if something is based on law, then it's kind of beyond time and beyond any of the other dimensions that typically exist. So if it's a law, then it better will be working across any time dimension that you have. As much as a gravity continues to be 9.8 meters per second square, and it's been there ever since the apple fell on Newton's head, and we are in the 21st century and it's still 9.8 meters per second square. So I don't see that aberration happening. So as long as it's based on a law, no, it is bound to work. It's a firm conviction that I have, and I don't see that as a potential deterrent, saying that somebody floated this theory or this particular concept centuries back, and then what is the probability that it will work. I just don't have that kind of a doubt at all in my mind. I'm pretty convinced that it will work, and it is working also. So
Yeah.
that's the added testimony to what we can say, that is based on the law itself.
Okay. So, do you think that the WD Gann method or the course is only for the professionals like you? Or do you think that this course is also applicable to the freshers, the students, and so on?
So I have actually a very different view, slightly more. I'm not getting the right word, but I have a slightly more macro view to these kind of things. Like I said, I keep learning things, irrespective of
Right.
no what the potential implication or the no application of that would be in my sphere of life, etc. So from that perspective, I would say everybody should learn this particular thing, etc. Right. The second aspect is even for all the traders, the traders, if they can understand that today they are, whether they are actively trading or they are passively trading, etc. If they are trading, then I'm saying that they are trading with respect to just one axis, which is the y axis for them. That's what the bulk of the trading community would largely be devoted to, trading as per the y axis kind of a thing. And if they also are equipped with trading as per the x-axis, then that's probably an additional dimension that they would be adding to their own trading skills or capabilities, etc. And that would make them that much more confident when they approach the trading terminal next time. So in either case, I'm saying whether you are a curious cat who just wants to learn everything you should learn, and or whether you are an active trader who is wanting to do, then definitely as a process to kind of build more skills and capabilities within you, I think this is a sure shot. I mean, this is a worthy shot to be given in terms of learning the WD Gann theory.
Yeah. So you mentioned earlier you saw Neeraj on YouTube. So in this today's digital world of this YouTube, then Google and so on, where most of the courses are available free of cost. So
Hmm.
what made you decide that you should go for one-on-one training from an individual only and not to go for any free of cost trainings or so?
So again, it largely comes from my belief system. Like I said, I am a curious person who would want to learn, and I have spent enough money in my life to kind of just learn things. And this was one of them in that sense. And even Neeraj knows about it. And there are other things also I'm doing at parallel, and we have discussed those other things as well, but uh, which are kind of astrology based and stuff like that, but can be applied in training and those kind of things. So these kind of things always attract me. They always make fascinate me as a concept or as an no application, etc. And I do learn. So for me, it was a no brainer in terms of shelling out money and actually doing a course from somebody whom I trust, or I believe that would be able to deliver value for money, etc. And for the rest of the others, if anyone is going to watch this, then I would say that YouTube will have only. I mean, we all know why people do YouTube channels, right? At the end of the day, people want subscribers, people want monetization out of those channels, etc. And they will do whatever is required from that perspective. Uh, uh, so the agenda for putting a YouTube content, etc., was dramatically different than what a person would do after receiving money in terms of uh, delivering a course or uh, whatever is the commitment from you. So the commitment levels from a free YouTube video, etc., will be there depending upon who the person is, but then it definitely will not be 100%. Uh, and this is a far cry from you actually registering for a course, paying the actual money, and then going through a structured program to kind of go through the entire things. Plus the one-to-one sessions make it that much more interactive. You are able to ask your own queries, and you can have the explanations done multiple times in different examples. Sometimes I pick and choose an example and say either kya hoga kind of a thing, and then Neeraj helps you out with what. And Neeraj is also extremely patient. You can ask him the same query 7 times, 10 times. He patiently answers all those queries 7 times, 10 times, or whatever it is. So these are some of the benefits of offline versus online kind of a thing. And the only advantage of online is you can keep playing the same video 10 times, 20 times, etc. but then the quality of that video, I'm not commenting on whether it's good, bad, or ugly, but let's say the quality is X, then the quality will continue to be X, whether you're playing for the 10th time or the 100th time or the 1000th time, etc. Whereas here, the quality of the explanations can change depending upon the student capacity to absorb or what really is the problem, etc. The facilitator has that much more legroom to kind of change his explanations, maneuver his explanations to a way that the student or the participant is able to understand. So there are obviously some big set of advantages when it comes to a one-to-one facilitation or one-to-one training kind of a thing vis-a-vis an online content, YouTube video kind of thing. So I'm always for the former. And I would seriously advise everybody else, if they genuinely want to learn. Of course, if they just want to know what WD Gann is, probably YouTube is good enough to kind of give them the cursory understanding of what the subject is or what the topic is. But if they are saying that I want to use it as a potent weapon in my trading arsenal, then they should definitely invest towards learning that and not take it pretty easy by just watching a few videos.
Oh, very good, explanation given for the one-on-one teaching and the, free of cost, just a video teaching. It was
Because
a very
I'm
explicit
also
explanation given.
because I'm also a trainer, or started my career as a trainer, so I do understand the importance of having a one-to-one facilitation kind of a
One-on-one.
thing, and therefore all the more
Absolutely.
conviction that I have about what I said. No,
Absolutely. Ganesh Kumarji, in this world of stock markets, the cryptocurrencies, the commodities, and so on. So here, do you think that the WD Gann method is useful or is helpful for an effective trading?
no, sorry, I didn't get your question. I understood
Yeah.
the last part, but I was not able to link the commodity and the other part.
No, in this world of stock markets and the cryptocurrencies and all. So, do you think this WD Gann method is helpful for effective trading?
Yeah,
Any of the
so I think,
tradings?
yeah, so I'm saying that's what I explained, saying that it's based on a law, so it's bound to work, irrespective of the time. That's the first part. And I'm saying that it also bound to work irrespective of the instrument that you're trading in. So it could be stocks, it could be forex, it could be crypto, or it could be no commodities like crude. And in fact, I have a reason to believe, though I've not tried it out, I have a reason to believe that probably it works the best for commodity. And the reason I'm saying that is because somewhere as part of my other studies, I also discovered that WD Gann, whatever he did, he has there is a heavy borrowing from what's there in India in terms of its ancient astrological science, wisdom, whatever one may call it, is based on that. And more specifically, it's something called Sarvato Bhadra Chakra that we have in the Indian astrology system, etc., which has been heavily borrowed. And some of the tools that Gann offers as part of its learning or whatever, you can also see that it has got a tremendous amount of similarity between what Gann actually calls it and the Gann square or whatever, has got a strong uh, borrowing from what we do in Sarvato Bhadra Chakra as far as the Indian astrology, etc., is concerned. And if you start learning this Sarvato Bhadra Chakra, then you will find that the commodities are pretty easy to trade kind of a thing, because
Okay.
it's got a certain value, there are certain quantifications, etc., and you may be able to derive numbers, and you may be able to derive much more things, uh, whether you call it number of days or days, degrees, price, etc., etc. All those calculations which are involved are pretty easy to do once you have that. So more than stocks, commodity should be a nice bet for people. Uh, and some most of the exercises that we did as part of the course were based on the index itself. And by index I mean Nifty. So if it's working on Nifty, then I'm saying that all the stocks which are constituents of the Nifty no definitely will respond to that kind of a principle, or that kind of a theory, etc. So there is absolutely no fear about it being applicable here, not being applicable here. That kind of binary situation doesn't come at all. It's applicable everywhere and anywhere and anytime also.
Yes. So, any recommendations about the training given by Neeraj and Suratwala? You can please feel free to express any of your views, like positives, negatives, whatever.
No, I'm saying I'm extremely thrilled with that training. I'm extremely happy with the training, etc. Like I said, no, it's I think this training, it's more up to the participant how much more you can extract or how much more you genuinely want to extract. Because Neeraj as a trainer, no, he has never said no. Whether it means an extra session for you or it means handling your, like I said, the same query you can ask him 10 times. He has been he has been patient enough to kind of listen to you and come back to you with explanations and everything else. And therefore it's more of the, I would have reasons to believe that it's more of the participants will intent how much you want to extract from this particular course or from the trainer himself. And as far as the trainer himself is concerned, Neeraj, I think his command over the subject uh, pretty much shows when he explains, or the confidence with which he approaches any situation or any kind of example secure. Like I said, he doesn't beat around. No, and I don't want to go into the details of that because it would end up me comparing with somebody else, and I don't want to put down anybody in bad light, etc. But suffice to say that he doesn't beat around and he sticks, and that can only come if you know the subject very well. And I'm also saying it as a trainer myself, right? Otherwise, you would feel the need to go away from the topic and start confusing and getting into all kinds of explanations without no really sticking to the point, etc. But if you can keep sticking to the point, irrespective of what's happening, that speaks a great lot about the subject matter expertise that you have at your disposal. So both from the trainer's point of view as well as the training quality point of view, I think it's a brilliant thing for anybody. And if anybody is really interested in WD Gann or any or trading on the x-axis per se, they should definitely consider this course.
Okay. Such appreciation coming from a trainer to a trainer is commendable. So, with this, Mr. Ganesh Kumar, we bring an end to this feedback session. And let me express my delight that it was absolutely delightful, conversing with you. And wish you and your family continued success ahead for this, future that lies ahead. And thank you and have a fantastic day ahead.
Thank you, Bijal, and have a great weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, wish you the same.